The science of cooking, understanding food chemistry. Greetings. Welcome to the science of cooking, understanding food chemistry, where we uncover the fascinating world of food science and how understanding chemical reactions can transform your cooking. Have you ever wondered why bread rises, why caramelization makes food taste amazing, or how acidity affects flavors? Today, we dive deep into the chemistry behind cooking techniques, ensuring you never look at food the same way again. Stick around, as we reveal game-changing hacks that make your meals more delicious and nutritious. Why food chemistry matters. Cooking is not just an art, it's a science. Every time you apply heat, mix ingredients, or adjust seasoning, you're triggering complex chemical reactions that affect texture, taste, and nutritional value. Understanding these reactions allows you to perfect your dishes with precision. Learning to control this reaction can elevate your cooking game instantly. Here are 5 engaging anecdotes that illustrate key food chemistry concepts. The cookie experiment gone wrong. A passionate home baker once decided to tweak her favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe by completely omitting baking soda, thinking it wouldn't make much difference. The result? Flat, dense, and chewy cookies instead of the light, airy ones she expected. The reason? Baking soda is a leavening agent that produces carbon dioxide gas when it reacts with acidic ingredients, creating the rise in baked goods. Without it, the cookies lacked the expected structure, an everyday example of food chemistry at work. The mystery of the green garlic. A chef in training was chopping fresh garlic and noticed it turning an odd greenish-blue color. Alarmed, he thought it had gone bad. But a quick dive into food chemistry revealed the culprit: sulfur compounds in garlic reacting with acidic ingredients like lemon juice or vinegar. This harmless reaction often happens in pickled garlic or when garlic is exposed to copper or iron cookware, proving that chemistry is at play in every meal preparation. The melted ice cream disaster. A family planned a summer picnic and brought homemade ice cream, but when they opened the container, it had turned into a soupy mess instead of staying creamy. What went wrong? They forgot to include an emulsifier like egg yolks or stabilizers that help bind fat and water molecules together, preventing ice crystals from forming too quickly. This lesson in emulsification and freezing point depression made them rethink their next ice cream experiment. The fluffy pancake secret. A diner cook was known for making the fluffiest pancakes in town. His secret? Letting the batter sit for a few minutes before cooking. This resting time allowed the flour to fully absorb the liquid and the baking powder to activate, ensuring that each pancake cooked up light and airy. This simple yet scientific trick transformed a basic breakfast dish into a culinary masterpiece. Would you like me to incorporate these into your script or modify them further? Key chemical reactions. Maillard reaction. This reaction between amino acids and sugars under heat is why grilling, roasting, and baking produce rich flavors. To maximize it, use moderate heat and reduce moisture for that perfect sear. 2. Caramelization. The breakdown of sugars under high heat creates a deep, complex sweetness. Mastering temperature control ensures you get caramelized perfection without burning. 3. Protein denaturation and coagulation. Ever wondered why eggs solidify or meat firms up when cooked? Heat alters protein structures, impacting texture. Mastering this helps in achieving tender, juicy results. 4. Emulsification. The magic behind creamy sauces like mayonnaise and dressings. Understanding how to balance fat and water with stabilizers like egg yolks prevents separation. 5. Acid-base reactions. The science behind balancing flavors. Adding acidity, like lemon juice or vinegar, can brighten dishes, while baking soda helps in leavening by creating carbon dioxide. Use food chemistry to your advantage. Tenderize meat. Use natural enzymes from pineapple or papaya to break down proteins before cooking. Achieve the perfect bake. Understand the role of leavening agents, baking powder versus baking soda, to control rise and texture in baked goods. Preserve nutrients. Cooking methods like steaming retain more vitamins compared to boiling. Flavor layering. Using umami-rich ingredients enhances depth of flavor, making dishes irresistibly delicious. Food scientists agree that understanding cooking chemistry leads to better, healthier meals. By applying scientific techniques, home cooks can optimize taste, texture, and nutrition effortlessly. Experts emphasize that simple tweaks, like using the right cooking oils for stability or understanding heat transfer, can significantly impact meal quality. Here are FAQs with answers related to the science of cooking, understanding food chemistry. General food chemistry FAQs. What is food chemistry, and why is it important in cooking? Food chemistry is the study of how ingredients interact at a molecular level during cooking. Understanding it helps improve flavors, textures, and nutritional value while preventing cooking mistakes. How do chemical reactions change food during cooking? Heat causes physical and chemical changes, such as breaking down proteins, caramelizing sugars, and evaporating water, all of which transform food's texture, flavor, and appearance. What is the Maillard reaction, and why does it make food taste better? The Maillard reaction is a chemical reaction between amino acids and sugars when exposed to heat, creating rich, complex flavors and brown coloration in foods like grilled meat, toast, and roasted coffee. How does caramelization work, and how is it different from the Maillard reaction? Caramelization happens when sugar breaks down under high heat, creating deep, sweet flavors. Unlike the Maillard reaction, caramelization doesn't involve proteins, just sugars. Why does food turn brown when cooked? The browning effect comes from the Maillard reaction and caramelization, both of which enhance flavor by breaking down proteins and sugars under heat. Cooking and heat science FAQs. What happens to proteins when you cook meat? Proteins denature and coagulate, changing their structure and making the meat firmer. Overcooking removes too much moisture, making it tough and dry. Why does overcooking meat make it tough and dry? Excessive heat causes muscle fibers to contract and expel moisture, resulting in dryness. Cooking to the right temperature ensures a tender, juicy texture. How does temperature affect different cooking methods like baking, frying, and grilling? Low temperatures gently cook food, steaming, slow cooking, medium temperatures help develop flavors, sautéing, baking, and high temperatures create caramelization and the Maillard reaction, grilling, searing. What is the science behind boiling, steaming, and pressure cooking? Boiling cooks food at 212 degrees Fahrenheit 100 degrees Celsius, steaming uses water vapor for gentler heat, and pressure cooking increases boiling points by trapping steam, cooking food faster. Why does searing meat create more flavor? Searing triggers the Maillard reaction, forming a flavorful crust by breaking down proteins and sugars on the surface. Baking and leavening FAQs. Why do cakes and bread rise when baked? Leavening agents like baking soda, baking powder, and yeast create gas bubbles that expand when heated, making baked goods rise. What's the difference between baking soda and baking powder? Baking soda needs an acid, like lemon juice or vinegar, to activate, while baking powder contains its own acid and activates with heat. How does gluten affect baking? Gluten forms when flour and water mix, creating an elastic structure that traps gases, giving bread and pastries their texture. What causes cookies to be chewy or crispy? More moisture, like butter and brown sugar, makes cookies chewy, while less moisture, like white sugar and a longer bake time, makes them crispy. Why does bread get stale over time? Staling happens as starch molecules crystallize and lose moisture, making bread hard. Reheating temporarily reverses this process. Dairy and fats FAQs. Why does milk curdle when mixed with lemon juice or vinegar? Acids cause the proteins in milk, casein, to clump together, forming curds, a process used in cheese making. Why does butter melt but oil stays liquid? Butter contains milk solids and water, which melt at low temperatures, while oils are pure fats with varying melting points. What's the difference between saturated and unsaturated fats in cooking? Saturated fats, butter, lard, are solid at room temperature, while unsaturated fats, olive oil, vegetable oil, are liquid and healthier for heart health. Why does frying make food crispy? Hot oil removes water from the surface of food while forming a crunchy crust due to the Maillard reaction and caramelization. Why do some oils have a higher smoke point than others? The smoke point is the temperature at which oils start to break down and release smoke. Oils with more refined fats, like canola or peanut oil, have higher smoke points than unrefined oils, like butter or extra virgin olive oil. Sugar, salt, and flavor FAQs. How does salt enhance the flavor of food? Salt suppresses bitterness, enhances sweetness, and improves overall taste perception by drawing out natural flavors. Why does adding salt to boiling water make food cook faster? Salt slightly raises the boiling point of water, making it hotter and cooking food a bit faster. Why do some foods taste sweeter after cooking? Heat breaks down starches into simpler sugars, increasing sweetness. This is why caramelized onions and roasted carrots taste sweeter. How do acids, like lemon juice or vinegar, affect food? Acids brighten flavors, help tenderize meat, and slow oxidation, browning, in foods like apples and avocados. Why do spicy foods feel hot in your mouth? Spicy compounds like capsaicin, in chili peppers, activate heat-sensitive nerve receptors, tricking your brain into feeling heat. Essential cooking tips for mastering the science of cooking. Understand the Maillard reaction, brown meats and vegetables at high heat to create rich, deep flavors. Use the right cooking oil. High smoke point oils, like avocado or peanut oil, are best for frying. Low smoke point oils, like extra virgin olive oil, are ideal for drizzling. Salt at the right time. Salt meat before cooking to enhance flavor, but salt boiling water only after it starts boiling to speed up cooking. Control acidity for balance. A splash of vinegar or lemon juice can brighten a dish and balance sweetness or richness. Use fresh herbs wisely. Add hardy herbs, rosemary, thyme, early in cooking, and delicate herbs, basil, cilantro, at the end for maximum flavor. Layer flavors gradually. Add seasonings in stages instead of all at once for a deeper, more complex taste. Rest meat after cooking. Allow meats to rest before slicing to retain juices and prevent dryness. Dry proteins before cooking. Pat meat and fish dry before searing to achieve a crispy crust. Use a thermometer. Avoid overcooking by using a meat thermometer for precise doneness. Preheat your pans. Ensure pans are hot before adding ingredients for an even cook and better caramelization. Deglaze for extra flavor. Use wine, stock, or vinegar to loosen caramelized bits from a pan for a delicious sauce. Bake with accurate measurements. Use a kitchen scale for baking ingredients to ensure perfect texture. Let dough rest. Allow bread and pizza dough to rest to develop gluten for a better rise and chew. Use room temperature ingredients for baking. Eggs, butter, and dairy should be at room temperature for better mixing and consistency. Avoid overcrowding pans. Give food space when roasting or frying to ensure even cooking and crispiness. Shock vegetables in ice water. After boiling, plunge vegetables into ice water to retain color and texture. Caramelize onions slowly. Cook onions on low heat for 30 to 40 minutes for deep, sweet flavors. Toast spices before using. Dry toast whole spices in a pan to enhance their natural oils and intensify flavor. Use baking soda for tender meat. A small amount of baking soda in a marinade breaks down proteins for softer meat. Cook pasta in less water. Using just enough water makes starch more concentrated, which helps sauces cling better. Rest batter before cooking. Let pancake or waffle batter sit for 10 to 15 minutes for better texture. Use the right cutting technique. Slice meat against the grain to make it more tender. Control heat in cooking. Start with medium heat and adjust up or down based on the reaction of ingredients. Use butter and oil together. Combining butter with oil prevents burning and adds flavor. Taste as you cook. Adjust seasoning throughout the cooking process instead of just at the end. Step-by-step guide for perfect cooking. Step 1. Prepare your ingredients. Gather all ingredients before you start. Chop, dice, and measure out everything to save time. Dry meats and vegetables for better texture. Step 2, choose the right cooking method. Dry heat, roasting, grilling, sautéing, for browning and caramelization. Moist heat, boiling, braising, steaming, for tenderizing tough cuts. Step 3, control your cooking temperature. Use high heat for searing and browning. Use medium heat for even cooking. Use low heat for delicate dishes like sauces or slow cooking. Step 4, season and layer flavors. Start seasoning early and adjust as you cook. Add spices early to deepen their flavor, add fresh herbs at the end. Step 5, cook proteins to the right temperature. Use a meat thermometer to check doneness. Rest meat for 5 to 10 minutes before slicing. Step 6, cook vegetables to the perfect texture. Boil, steam, or sauté quickly to retain nutrients. Shock in ice water after boiling to maintain color. Step 7, build depth in sauces and soups. Deglaze pans for more flavor. Simmer sauces to reduce and concentrate flavor. Step 8, master baking science. Preheat the oven for consistent results. Use accurate measurements and room temperature ingredients. Step 9, balance acidity, sweetness, and saltiness. Adjust flavors using lemon juice, honey, or salt to perfect the taste. Step 10, finish with garnishes and texture. Add fresh herbs, toasted nuts, or a splash of oil for extra flavor. Q1, why do onions make you cry? A. Cutting onions releases sulfur compounds that react with your eyes, forming mild sulfuric acid. Chilling onions before chopping reduces irritation. Q2, how can I prevent pasta from sticking together? A. Stirring in the first few minutes and using enough water prevents starch buildup. Q3, what's the best way to keep vegetables bright green when cooking? A. Blanching in boiling water and shocking in ice water preserves color and texture. Q4, does searing meat really lock in juices? A. No, but it enhances flavor through the Maillard reaction, making it taste more savory. Q5, how does salt affect cooking? A. Salt draws out moisture, enhances flavor, and affects protein structure, crucial for brining and seasoning. USA vegetarian recipes with step-by-step cooking process. These vegetarian recipes celebrate American flavors while being meat-free and delicious. Classic vegetarian chili. A hearty, protein-packed dish with bold flavors, perfect for chilly evenings. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 onion, chopped. 3 garlic cloves, minced. 1 bell pepper, chopped. 1 carrot, diced. 1 can, 15 ounces, black beans, drained and rinsed. 1 can, 15 ounces, kidney beans, drained and rinsed. 1 can, 28 ounces, crushed tomatoes. 1 cup vegetable broth. 2 teaspoon chili powder. 1 teaspoon cumin. 1 teaspoon smoked paprika. 1/2 teaspoon oregano. Salt and pepper to taste. Step-by-step process. Sauté vegetables, heat olive oil in a large pot. Add onion, garlic, bell pepper, and carrot. Sauté for 5 minutes until softened. Add spices, stir in chili powder, cumin, smoked paprika, oregano, salt, and pepper. Cook for 1 minute until fragrant. Add beans and tomatoes, pour in black beans, kidney beans, crushed tomatoes, and vegetable broth. Stir well. Simmer, bring to a boil, then reduce heat and let simmer for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. Serve, garnish with fresh cilantro, avocado, or shredded cheese. Enjoy. Creamy vegetarian mushroom stroganoff. A rich and creamy pasta dish with a satisfying umami flavor. Ingredients: 8 ounces pasta, fettuccine or egg noodles. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 onion, chopped. 3 cups mushrooms, sliced. 3 garlic cloves, minced. 1 teaspoon thyme. 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1 tablespoon flour. 1 cup vegetable broth. 1/2 cup sour cream, or Greek yogurt. 1 tablespoon soy sauce. Step-by-step process. Cook pasta, boil water, cook pasta according to package instructions, and drain. Sauté aromatics, heat olive oil in a pan, add onion and garlic, and sauté for 3 minutes. Add mushrooms and spices, stir in mushrooms, thyme, black pepper, and salt. Cook until mushrooms soften. Thicken sauce, sprinkle flour over the mushrooms, stir, then add vegetable broth and soy sauce. Simmer for 5 minutes. Finish with cream, remove from heat, stir in sour cream, and mix with pasta. Serve warm. American-style vegetarian Sloppy Joe's hamburger. A meat-free twist on the classic messy sandwich. Ingredients: 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 onion, chopped. 1 bell pepper, chopped. 2 cloves garlic, minced. 1 can, 15 ounces, lentils, drained and rinsed. 1 cup tomato sauce. 2 tablespoon tomato paste. 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, vegetarian. 1 tablespoon brown sugar. 1 teaspoon chili powder. 1/2 teaspoon smoked paprika. Salt and pepper to taste. 4 hamburger buns. Step-by-step process. Sauté vegetables, heat oil in a pan, add onion, garlic, and bell pepper, and cook for 5 minutes. Add lentils and sauce, stir in lentils, tomato sauce, tomato paste, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, brown sugar, chili powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Simmer, cook for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, until thickened. Toast the buns, lightly toast hamburger buns for extra flavor. Assemble and serve, spoon the mixture onto buns and enjoy. Classic American grilled cheese and tomato soup. A warm and comforting childhood favorite. Ingredients: grilled cheese. 4 slices bread, sourdough or whole wheat. 2 tablespoon butter. 4 slices cheddar cheese, or your choice. Ingredients: tomato soup. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 onion, chopped. 2 garlic cloves, minced. 1 can, 28 ounces, crushed tomatoes. 2 cups vegetable broth. 1 teaspoon basil. 1/2 teaspoon oregano. 1/2 cup heavy cream, optional. Salt and pepper to taste. Step-by-step process. Make the soup, heat olive oil, sauté onion and garlic, then add crushed tomatoes, vegetable broth, basil, oregano, salt, and pepper. Simmer for 20 minutes. Blend until smooth and stir in cream if using. Prepare grilled cheese, spread butter on one side of each bread slice, place cheese between 2 slices, and grill on a pan until golden brown on both sides. Serve together, dip the crispy sandwich into the warm tomato soup for the perfect meal. Vegetarian breakfast burritos. A protein-packed breakfast loaded with flavor. Ingredients: 4 large flour tortillas. 1 tablespoon olive oil. 1 small onion, chopped. 1 bell pepper, chopped. 1 cup black beans, drained and rinsed. 1 cup scrambled eggs, or tofu scramble for vegan option. 1/2 teaspoon cumin. 1/2 teaspoon paprika. Salt and pepper to taste. 1/2 cup shredded cheese. 1/2 cup salsa. 1/2 avocado, sliced. Step-by-step process. Sauté vegetables, heat oil, add onion and bell pepper, and cook for 5 minutes. Add beans and seasoning, stir in black beans, cumin, paprika, salt, and pepper. Cook for 3 minutes. Prepare scrambled eggs, scramble eggs separately in a pan. Assemble burritos, lay tortillas flat, add eggs, bean mixture, cheese, salsa, and avocado. Wrap and serve, fold in the sides and roll tightly. Serve warm. Disclaimer. This content is for informational and educational purposes only. While these recipes are designed to be vegetarian friendly, always check ingredient labels for hidden animal-derived ingredients. If you have allergies or dietary restrictions, consult a nutritionist or medical professional before making dietary changes.